The devil is in the detail. 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 117 of the Shower Podcast, the podcast where I'm in my shower and you do you. I'm your host, Chip, and how many times have you heard the saying, the devil is in the detail? But have you ever truly understood what it meant? And most importantly, when it happens, when you kind of see this devil, are you able to actually shoo it away? Or do you kind of collaborate with him and make him kind of happy? Before we start the episode of today, as always, if you like the idea of the Shower Podcast and you will end up liking the episode, leaving a like and a subscribe really helps a lot. It's just one click, but it really makes a difference. Unfortunately for you, YouTube Analytics really tells me that a lot of people that watch the video don't subscribe. So again, it's just one click, but it really, really helps. Having said that, I want to bring to you, as we usually do here, a personal experience and expand upon what it means on a deeper level. Yesterday it was a reset day during the weekend, and I was trying to, again, clean most of the things in the house, do a few personal chores, and overall go to sleep knowing that everything was sorted. And throughout the day, I was able to start pretty well, as usual. I even used a past technique from one of the last episodes. I think it was episode 94, 95. The one of speedrunning and cleaning. I really recommend you to go and watch that because it's really, really fun. But overall, at some point, I started struggling with a few details here and there. Specifically, the fact that I wanted to coordinate few of the tasks in order to be able to also go to the gym so that when I come back, everything would have been over and I could have synchronized everything. Long story short, I didn't manage to, and I ended up arriving at night where I was like, yeah, I guess I don't have time to do that, or if I did it again, it would have compromised the whole thing. So in the end, at the end of the day, even though I completed most of the things, I kind of had a lingering feeling of, not sadness, but I wasn't satisfied with what I did, because I really wanted to go to the gym. Thankfully, today I went and everything now is fixed, but I thought about it. I was like, why am I sad when I did more than 80% of the things that I wanted to do? And I think this happened to you also with many things that, one can have in their lives. A personal project that you started that even if you completed, there were a few details here and there that you didn't do well. Or the fact that overall you are super happy with you had a date or you went out with a friend. And even though the situation was more than fair, there was one thing that bothered you. Therefore, the whole thing crushes on itself. And here's the moment when that devil, the devil that stays in the details arrives. He will do everything that he can to make you focus on that detail in order to ignore the rest because, that thing was bothering you. So it must be important. Most of the time, it's not that important. It's just something that happens and you have to deal with it. And an imagery that I came up with, because again, even though I was like, today I don't really have a solution, the more I thought about this, the more I realized that there is a perfect example that from now on I will use when dealing with these situations that describes perfectly the whole thing. Imagine that you have a garden that you wanna, make grow, where you have your little things. And every day you go there and you clean something, you do something there, you put a new vegetable, some fruits, and you try to make it alive. You try to make things happen. And again, this can be your personal project, your personal chores, your to-do list. And overall, when you go there, you don't really care so much. You have a few actions that you want to take, you have a few tasks to complete. And overall, if you did most of them, in a normal circumstance, you are happy because your garden is alive, your garden is growing, and more or less the things around it are going good. But imagine now that while you do your things, you see that, there is one plant that kind of went bad, or there are some, some plants that you don't really want that just grew in your garden, and you see them and as you have a choice. You can either hyper focus on them and start cleaning and ignoring the important things that you wanted to do, or you can just acknowledge that is there. You ask yourself, is that really a problem, or is it something that I can solve even later on? Because if you can, as most people would do, you just ignore it, you just take a step back, look at the whole garden and you're like, yeah, I think this is pretty okay. The garden is alive. The garden is doing what I wanted to do. And therefore, I shouldn't worry. So in that situation, we ignore, those details. We don't care so much about what the devil tells us, just focus on that plan, focus on that thing, remove all the garbage, all the imperfections, because it has to be perfect. No, it doesn't have to, because that's not the point of the garden. The point of the garden is not to be perfect. The point of the garden is to stay alive and make sure that all the things that you planted are growing. How? Then we can debate, but more or less you always analyze it from a top view. You analyze the whole situation and decide if it's time to intervene or just go along with the things that you have planned for yourself. So I tried to think about, how it was yesterday, even though, yes, I saw some things that I didn't like, and sure, it would have been better if I was able to complete also those. But at the same time, did I complete the day in the way that I was planning to? More or less, yes. Did it stop me from doing anything today? No. Was the house, and did I leave anything behind in yesterday? Not really. There was only one thing, but that I was able to complete the day after. So there was really, there was no problem. So my garden was alive. Therefore, I really encourage you to also try to think this way. Try to analyze and look at the whole situation as a process, as a whole process that needs to be going. Because if it is not stuck and if it is going forward at whatever speed it is still okay, and it is way better than halting the whole system just because one tiny thing is bothering you. That's the beauty in life and all the things that we do. It is not required for everything to be perfect. You do not have to get everything super, every detail doesn't have to be there in order for things to be rolling. You can go your whole life with that detail being there and you will still be, let's say, rolling and going forward with your project. So don't let the devil ruin the whole scene for you just because one detail is in your way. Yeah, having said that, that was all for episode 117. I'm very happy when I'm able to condense and really get to the core of the Shower podcast. I think these episodes really are the reason why I started, and I really believe they give you what I desire, just a new idea, a new prompt to be able to use in your daily life. Because again, I know I'm the first that uses them, and I do believe that they will be able to also help you. Having said that, thank you very much for listening. Hope you liked the episode. If you did, there's the like button here. And what else? As usual, stay consistent, stay resilient, and see you at the next one.